Okay, so we're at another auction today, and this one is a humongous glass collection. Humongous. And with the prices at the last auction, I'm not sure how much we will get, but let me flip this camera around and share with you all this beautiful glass. Oh my gosh, y'all. But there's other things here too, not just glass. I told you, I'm going to throw you right in, and there are some beautiful pieces. Look at this mid-century modern piece, glowy pieces, animals, signed Fenton, animals. Look at that caramel slag glass Fenton. Oh my gosh, that little slag glass dog. Oh, those turtles behind me. Oh my gosh, all those little critters. Yeah. Even little tiny bunny rabbit. So many pieces. And then we got some random Avon. And then just, some of it, I don't even know the name, but they just look high end, don't they? Oh, it's Hall. But yeah, just, oh my gosh. So just sit back and enjoy some amazing, amazing glassware. And every collector out of the woodwork is coming to this auction because it is a huge Fenton collection. Huge, I tell you all. Yeah, Roseville Hall, pieces I'd never even known. Some pieces like this one that I have actually sold versions of before. Some amazing swung vases. Just, oh my gosh, look at these. And I won't even remember most of the prices. Like I said, there were a couple resellers really paying up at this auction, but a lot of it, I believe, were collectors. Yes, resellers, yes, but a lot of the prices, you had to be a collector because you were not going to be making your money back. That piece, I think, went for $650, and it's well worth it. If you look it up, it's well worth that money. The bittersweet, yeah, I wanted those too, but they sadly were out of my price range too. Collectors, 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 and that happens a lot at any sale you go to. You just have to know what you're willing to pay, or you want to put it in your own collection. You're not going to see it again. Like, oh, the animals, the Vaseline hen on a nest. Oh my gosh. Some of the pieces are new to me that I saw at this auction, but I was kind of overwhelmed at how many beautiful pieces there were. Now these are Van Griggle pieces. I have one that I bought before. It has not sold, so I wasn't going to go crazy and try to get those. Yeah, glassware, be careful. Oh, the hamburgers. Oh my gosh. I am not a glassware expert. I'm only newly into glassware, like basically a year, y'all. So most of the names I don't know. I just know pretty when I see pretty, right, y'all? But lots of different types of slag glass. I've never seen such a collection in my life. Wow, just beautiful pieces. And then you throw in some McCoy pieces, some happy faces. Look at that little gingerbread back there. Just beautiful cookie jars. Just beautiful. I mean, it's clean compared to the auction that we went to previously to this one that was everything was dirty. This one, everything was really clean. Oh, we're getting out of the basics and we're just going to the extreme glass. To me, it's extreme because I have never seen such beautiful pieces in my life, you know. I am happy to share with you all, and I hope you all are enjoying it. I mean, look at these hens on the nest. If I've only ever seen a small version, and then you throw some slag glass in it, these pieces went crazy high. I guess I don't know the name. I know, of course, this green yellow color is very glowy, and that the kid that was buying most of that was a reseller on Facebook. So, and then he bought most of this also, this Burmese glass, I believe it's called. So I was quite curious. I should have asked him his name. I meant to ask his name to see his sales on Facebook, because he was paying some good pennies for this stuff, to know that he was going to be reselling it. But, you know, everybody's got a different crowd that follows them. Yeah. So, yeah, just some, I mean, look at these pieces. I mean, they're just all over the place. You think, oh, this is going to be a boring table. And you're like, nope, there's some amazing pieces just right there. Now, if I was a collector of alley cats, I would have paid whatever it was to get those two large alley cats. They were gorgeous. That was a couple pieces of Murano glass. And then these, I can't remember their name either, but they were bringing in some big money also. And how, I mean, like, glassware's hard enough to move, but then you have all these pieces and parts to move also. That was the only broken piece that we noticed there. I don't know if it happened during the moving of it that day for the auction, or if it was purchased that day, or it happened. I don't know. But those lamps went extremely high. I just actually sold that frog, and I couldn't even touch him at the auction. Like I said, this was more of a collector's auction, but it is nice to visually see all this. And then, you know, like when you're watching people buy it, I know that they're collecting it, but it kind of gives me a value if I see it out in the wild again. Now, I went to 200 on this beautiful decanter. It's worth way over that much, but the lady that was buying it said she wasn't going to leave there without it. So I knew I wasn't bringing that with me. What? At this auction, I better go check out the box lots, because I don't know how much of that glassware I'm even going to be able to touch. And for as high end, I don't know the maker of these plates, but for as high end as all that glassware was, there really wasn't a lot of the home goods. Wait, there's hope. Does anybody see this one? Now this is what I collect, and I don't know if anybody here is even a milk glass collector because they threw it in a box and don't really care. But there's still some good pieces in this box, so just all depends on how it goes. So there were some tools, but they were all newer tools. There was a couple things in the back, some outdoor stuff. But the most of it wasn't anything that Chris was interested in or I was interested in. But I have to share with you before I show you what I got. She had all her glassware. This is where her glassware was. Yeah, you guys, it was on metal shelves in her basement. Everybody displays things differently. So there was this room, and then we'll go... yeah, it's a basement. It's not even barely finished. But then there's another room that has a whole bunch of the shelving units in it also. And that's where all her glassware was. It kind of broke my heart. I don't know, maybe she considered it like a vault, but yeah. And the power was turned off, so you needed to have a flashlight. But yeah, all that beautiful glassware was on these metal shelves.
5 and 40, are you done? And $35 there and 40, but then 35, 40 sold. $35, you got it. Go 20 and 25 and 5 and 30 and 30 and 5, 5 and 40 and 5. $50 there and $55 there and $60 there and 65. $70 there and 70, but there. 65 and 70 and 70, but there and 65 and 70 sold. 65, you want them both? 15 there, $10 there and 15, 20, but there and $25 there and 5, 30, but there and 30 and $35 there. And 35 and 40 and 40 and $45 there and 45, $50 there and 50, and 45 and 50 and $55 there and 55 here, 50 and 55, and 50 on 8 and 55 sold. $50, you got it. Thank you. 190. Here we go. And look here, Jeff. 2 pieces. One money got 390 there to 380, 390 sold. $380. Thank you. 92 today here. Look 50, 55, and then 55 and then 50 on 8 up 5 and then 50 on 8 got 55 and then sold it. $50 number 103. 70 and then 280 back there. 280, 280, 290, 290 there. 300, 300 there. 300. I got 290 right there. 300 down. I got 290 down. I got 300 down. And sold it. 290. You got it. Thank you.
Was that not some of the most amazing glass you've ever seen? What a huge collection. There was Fenton, there was Roseville, there was opalescence, there were swung vases, there was Hall. Oh my goodness, y'all. And like when they show the pictures on Auction Zip, it showed them all on these metal shelves. And you thought, oh, they just are doing that for display. But no, that's how they were displayed. They were in her basement. I cannot believe that, y'all. We knew going into this auction that this was going to be a collector's auction. This was going to draw people who collected a lot of these pieces. So were we gonna walk away with anything? Of course, we most definitely hope so. Because there's always some kind of hidden treasures somewhere. There's always somewhere. So yeah, most of the auction, I just watched people bid, and I did bid up to 200 on that beautiful decanter, the purple one. And the resale of it, when I looked it up quickly, was like 1950, so it's worth $1,950, y'all. So I was chatting with the lady, and that's her collection. That's what she was buying for it. She goes, I would have just kept on bidding until I got it. So that's like, you kind of know that. And then I did want to get into the bid on the alley cats, but I wasn't even in. I didn't even get a chance. It didn't matter. I was way out of the. There's just, yeah. It was fun watching. It was interesting to see the prices. It was interesting because a lot of people were kind of just waiting for their pieces to come up that they wanted a chance to bid on and maybe take home with them. So this was probably one of the few auctions that you actually talked to a lot of people at. Yeah, but anyway, great auction, great glassware. I'm really liking this auction company. And they just try to get it going as fast as they can. Not a lot of stuff in the house, but there was a couple items that we knew we wanted to stay to the end that we both spied. So there we are, staying to the end very good because, you know, a lot of times the deals are at the end. I know it makes for a very long day and a lot of sun. It was hot. I kind of just stood under a shade tree just waiting, but it's like going thrifting. You don't know when you go into Goodwill, what are you going to find? Yes, no, nothing, maybe, who knows? Any thrift store, garage sales, the same thing, you just never know. I mean, though garage sales, well, no, garage sales are kind of hit and miss because you got garage sale prices, which are, you know, dollars, and then you've got people who have looked them up and next thing you know, they're retail prices. So even at garage sales, you don't necessarily know going to that garage sale that you're going to get a good deal either. So, but anyway, it's fun. I like seeing people. I love seeing these beautiful items, though, you know, I don't get to bring a ton home with me, but I'm always, you know, usually pretty happy with what we do end up bringing home. So, and I have one amazing treasure at the end. It was well worth staying for. I don't know if you all will think it is, but let me turn the camera around. Let me share with you just quickly what we got at the auction. As I pan over, I did get some glassware. Now, granted, the glassware that I got was in lots, so I wasn't buying individual pieces, y'all. So they were like grouping things together, cheaper price. Some of the people that are buying the bigger piece that has already left. Probably, I think I did bid on this beautiful piece separately. If it was cleaned, it probably would have shown a lot better. But the lady that was buying most of the swung vases that bought that beautiful decanter, she had left at that time. So probably one reason I got it, because I think her and me were the only ones really into the mid-century modern. You never know. You just never know. I did get a whole bunch of little slag glass animals. I am a sucker for animals. I like the brown. I think it's neutral. Look at this beautiful bunny. Oh my gosh. Very cool pieces. Here's a little elephant. We got a donkey or horse, donkey, horse, whichever. So it's imperial glass, it looks like. I did not know that. And then another slag glass of an owl. We have a little art glass bunny that's not signed, but he's pretty cool. Another slag glass. I bet this is imperial also, a little horse. What attracted me to this grouping, there was two different groupings that I picked up, was the beaver. I don't know, there's something about just saying beaver that is just stinking funny. I don't know why, but I know brown's not that pop of color like orange, but they're animals. They're cute, you know, great accent anywhere. It's a neutral, you can fit it in. I did bid on this set of art glass swans. I just love the black swans. I thought they were pretty cool. Nice pieces. This just came in a lot. This came in a lot. I mean, I ended up buying a cupboard for $2 that still had a whole bunch of pieces in it. So I think some of this came in that. I bought the cupboard because in the back, I saw this piece. Oops. And then I saw this piece in the back of that cupboard for $2. So it was the whole row of cupboards in the garage, y'all. And so they did not get every one out. So, and then in the cupboard, yet again, in the cupboard, I think there was a couple of these, which is Hall Pottery. And this might have been in a box where Chris got this Fenton vase for me at the end. Hello, welcome to my collection. This one still has a little bit of a tag on it. Have y'all seen my collection? I wasn't sure. Have you all seen my collection? So let me turn it around and show you why I was like, please, I don't care. I want another, because you all know that I'm black and white. Black, white has always been my love with ironstone, but then all of a sudden I ran across the swung vases in Fenton. So let me share with you. Yes, this is my Fenton swung glass collection. I started off buying them to resell, and then I ran across a lot of them that I could buy as a grouping, and I ended up buying. I did end up selling a couple when I first started. Kind of made me sad, but yes, other than this one's going to need a bath, but as we say, welcome to the family. Now he may not go right there. He's a little bit short. He may have to go down with a little shorter and the difference of mouth. But like I said, he's dirty, so he needs a bath. But yes, thus my beautiful little Fenton swung glass collection. And most people don't apparently care about Fenton swung vases, but I do. So yes, I was happy because I was in the house bidding. There was minimal in the house, but there was a few little pieces in the house that I wanted. So Chris was on the outside waiting for that box to come up. And like I said, there was like 6 people left outside bidding. So he got that. A couple other, I really can't tell you which piece came in it. This is Francoma. There was a McCoy Smiley Cup. This is a Hager piece. So, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. This is just a little art glass. This might be McCoy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, y'all. I know this was in the cupboard. This was in a grouping. Beautiful, fun. I think he is a hall fish. It does, unfortunately. A wee tip has a little boo-boo, but cool fish. Very cool. This was in a lot. This was in a lot. This is not signed. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, take that back. Take that back. It is signed. Have to get my eyepiece, I think, my jeweler's eye to see what that says. What that says. Got another little planter that is McCoy. This little birdie planter is too sweet. That's another USA piece. So who makes the USA piece, y'all? Do you guys, can you help me out here with these 2 pieces? I missed out. The other 2 Tiffany lamps went higher than I was willing to pay. I did get this one for minimal. I did get this swung vase, though it's just one open mouth swung vase. It's tall though, it's tall and red. And this one was in the cupboard, so nobody knew it was there. A lot of people won't necessarily dig, but I'm a picker, I'm a digger. I will be happy to dig. Let's go around my island. I think I pretty much showed you all that. This came with something. I think it might have even came with the cabinets that we got in the basement. Chris bid on these. They are not cement, as you see. They're resin, but these little pineapple artichokes sell really well. I've resold them before. They just need a bath. They're resin. And then my find of the day is when you can kind of see it sticking out. I saw this in the closet first, and I'm like, hey, that's a ceramic light base. And then there was no... So the gentleman had already turned off his electricity, and he was living with his brother. I actually got to meet him during the auction when I was standing in the shade. A very nice older gentleman, lost his wife. There's a whole story there. But anyway, it's better for him to live with his brother, so he had his electricity shut off, so there was no electricity in the basement. So if you didn't bring a flashlight, which we usually have, you couldn't really see in the basement. You could almost see with your phone light a little bit, but like the extra room was dark. That was dark. So I spied the ceramic light base, and I'm like, well, I'd buy that anyway because somebody might need one. But then I did spy the tree. So, and at the end of the auction, nobody was down there, so that worked out perfectly. And we did buy 4 found. So in the living room, there was this one natural little bookcase, and then there was 3 more of them in the basement, and we're still trying to get storage for our workshop. Here are the 4 bookshelves, though they're standing on their ends right now. But this is kind of what they look like. They're unfinished wood, so we could seal them, we could paint them if we wanted to, but they're just nice, solid. They have nice brackets actually that hold the shelf in, and 4 of them, y'all, 4 of them. Now they were made to sit on the floor, but you can remove this, and we envision them as upper cabinetry. So we'll see how that goes, but $5 a piece, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. So though it's not vintage, yes, I found a little ceramic tree. I was pretty happy with that.
So for the $5 that we spent on 2 shelves, 2 little bookshelves, this came with it. Like I said, it's not old, it's new, but it's still a cute little ceramic tree. And then there was a couple jars that had some buttons in it. Not a lot of buttons by any means. Something's really big in there. That's really big. Oh, it's a big flower. It's a big flower. And then one, unfortunately, the lid got broke. The lid got broke, but there were some more buttons in that one. But so we were pretty happy with today's haul. Was it huge? No, not. It just is how it goes, y'all. It's just how it goes. But I'm happy to have, so we bought 4 of those unfinished bookshelves, the 2 tiers. We're looking for upper cabinetry, open cabinetry in our workshop, and ended up, like the first one I spent $15, the other 2 $5, and then another lady wanted some sewing in the basement, so she bid me up and I was going to let her have it because I'm like, how many of them do I need? And she didn't want that. She didn't want that bookshelf. She's like, what did you want? I just wanted the sewing stuff. And I'm like, well, I was going for the bookshelf and this clock. So yeah, Baby Ben clock she gave me along with the shelf because all she wanted was the sewing material and all the sewing goods. So that worked out. So it ended up being like $5 a piece for solid wood little bookshelves. That was awesome. So thanks so much for going to today's auction with us. Let me know down in the comments below which item you saw. I know, would you like, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have that, or it was just an amazing collection. Or let me know if any of the items that I got were your favorite. I mean, I know glassware, and that's the fun of the job that Chris and I get to do, is you never know what you're going to come across. And I know I have my little blind open because my little cat Peach likes to sit there and look outside. So, you know, that's how you have to do your decor when it comes to your animals, right, y'all? That's just how you have to do it. So thank you so much for watching today's video. We love you all. We will see you next time, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.